Scrapbooking Personal Shopper for February of 2012. Well, let's open this box and separate the tissue paper and see the treasures inside. Look at this. I have never seen this before. This is a paper doily, but look at this. It's about 30 or 40 inches long, and it's gorgeous. I can hardly wait to see what we're going to do with that. You've got your blank card and your envelope, of course. Handmade treasures. This is a foil paper towel, so I know those are all die cut, and aren't they gorgeous? Here's our newsletter, and it's going to show us in full color, step-by-step photographs, all the projects and all of the ideas that are inside this kit. We have a template. Now we've had templates before, but we've never had a template and foil towel and all of these papers, plus the embellishments. Let's look inside the embellishments. Let me see. This has got ribbons, as I can tell, but I'm hearing something clanking in here. The ribbons this time, oh my, we've got crepe, we've got some pleated, I've not seen that before, mini rickrack. We've got this kind of web ribbon, so that's interesting. We've got some roses. Those are beautiful. And look at these crystals. Now they're not glass, so they must be plastic because they're really lightweight, and that's nice. Look how those shine. Well, this is going to be fun to see. Okay, let me get down here to the papers. Now we have 2 paper packs. This month we have 24 papers, so we generally have 24, and you're going to get 2 of each one that I'm showing you now. This first collection will be available to the public under the name of Handmade Memories, and it's a beautiful set. So you can see the soft colors, kind of the vintage look that it has. This has a coordinating pink all over pattern. And there, you can see that. Has a quilt look, which is just striking. It's going to make some beautiful cards too. We've got a teal with kind of that same motif. We've got a very sweet and soft stripe. And then the last one is this kind of toffee color. So those are our 6. Again, you get 2 of each. You can see the richness of that color. Now, that was our soft color, kind of a feminine. Here's our bright color. Now that's going to wake you up. Fun to see in January. This will not be available to the public. We're calling it Painted Flowers. And this is kind of a watercolor look with some flowers on top. So you can see that this is a watercolor, and actually our own art director, Kyla, did that. Here is a stripe, a very different of the patterns that are used here. And we have another watercolor that's got more of the pinks and the blues together this time. And here is another with just the blue, but isn't this pretty with this swirl at the bottom and a little bit of a swirl along the edge. And then our last one is an all over brightly colored piece. Okay, let's see what we can do with these. This Easy Vintage Labels template has this wonderful shape in sizes all the way from this 3/4 of an inch to clear out to 9 inches wide. So you've got lots of shapes and lots of sizes, and even some inner ones also. As always, there are ideas on the template, but let's see what the designers did. Here's our first double page spread, and you can see that it's been used here as a giant size mat kind of behind our matted photo. I like how the photograph is rectangular, but we've got that wonderful scallop shape. Here's a way to use that strip of doily paper. It's been lightly inked just across, or you could also use chalk. Just a very sweet look there. Here's the first of using those foiled handmade paper towel, and then also we've got the flower here, and look how sweet this is, just cutting around the edge of that butterfly and putting one of the smaller vintage labels underneath. Now the coordinating page also is going to make use of everything. Again, that doily has been chalked or inked, but little pieces have been cut off of it to do a little bit of accenting on our journaling, and you can see more has been done on that side. Now that's the first using the Handmade Memories paper. Here's the second one. I do need to point out that this little gal is Penelope Jean, and she also has a very large mat around her just to really highlight. And here, that doily's been used plain. We've got the, again, the Handmade Treasures paper toll, and we've used one of the labels on the inside just to get her name in there. And then we've also used that template to give us another shape for the top of this tag that's actually been cut in half and placed on each side. Yes, that's me holding Penelope Jean. They're calling her PJ, which happens to be my initials, and I couldn't be more proud. Here is the companion page, and you can see the many faces of her, but we've also got the photograph of her has been cut using the template, as well as a couple of mats, and another mat here that's housing and giving kind of a place to house all of these photos as they're all touching it, and another of the handmade foil paper toll. Just beautiful. Okay, that gives us the look of our first papers. Now let's go to the painted flowers. Let me bring them in, tidy them up to show you. So it too is also making use of that template, and it's really nice to see. So we've got it as for using some journaling, some double matting on the journaling, as well as even with these bright papers, that same vintage look works well. Let's look at right here. We've got another treatment that I've not seen before. So we've done some pleating and some gathering and some tearing of one of our papers. That's a fun look. We always get new ideas from the designers. The companion page has using the actual pleated ribbon, and so that just makes a really nice edge along that template border. Beautiful. We've got a really neat technique going on here. You'll see that in the newsletter. Here's some of the crystals. Now here they've been placed and backed with paper just to give a little distinctive edge going on this page. Also, right up here, we've also used the template to give a little corner treatment. That was also accented on the first page. Now, our last double page spread is this one, a vacation. And you can see that that web ribbon has been used just to go behind some very significant journaling. So that works really well. Again, that rectangular shape of this label really plays well, as you can see, going vertically or horizontally. Now, backing this photograph, what Lene did is she cut that so that it could span both of her pages, and that works really well. There's another technique right here that she's done, which is using that web ribbon, and she's gathered it to make kind of a flower behind it, and that's such a popular look. Okay, oh, all right, here I'm noticing that she's done some dots just going right around that edge. Makes a really nice accent. Here is another way to use the painted flowers paper, and here's a card that's, the front of it has been cut away using the template, and then the focal has been used. And then inside we've got a smaller one with a little 2U inside. Another card as an idea is this one. And here, that beautiful doily has been inked with a silver StazOn ink pad. Isn't that just striking? Here is another of our foil. Nice to see it in so many different places. Again, with our template. This is an anniversary card, but you know, could easily be birthday thinking of you, even a sympathy card. And then on the inside, another strip has been inked and another one of the pieces from the paper toll. How gorgeous is that? Now, our template can be used in some other ways. This one is kind of a layered look. It looks like the beginning of a mini book to me, but it could certainly go onto a card or a scrapbook page. Isn't that sweet? Here is one of the bags and tags, which has been covered with a bit of the Handmade Memories paper. Now, this doily has been chalked, so you can see it's a lighter. We've got a little message right here, and then on the inside, our tag is also making use of all of those different elements. How pretty is that? It's so much fun to see the other ideas, and here are 3 more for you. As we get in close, you can see that it can be as simple as using that web ribbon as a mat. Isn't that fun and different to do? Now we have the foil paper toll, but in this case, we've slipped in a little photograph, and doesn't that look beautiful? Down here, we've taken the crystal and let it embellish a single photograph. So since you get 3 of them, you could use this idea 3 times. And look, there's another use for that template. Well, as always, our designers give us lots of ideas for all of the wonderful things in Scrapbooking Personal Shopper.